What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we have some fun Market Watch to look at. So without further ado, let's dive in the video and talk about it. So we already have the demo deck starting to appear up. Inori has shown up, and that is fun. So she is, sort of main phase if your opponent has a friend or Digimon, basically. Gain a memory on play, act one of the effects, you may play one Electmon from your hand without paying cost. One of your Digimon may digivolve into Agumon in your hand without paying its cost. So basically, pretty decent. We're going to get this promo a little bit more accessibly at locals, so that'll be nice. Now, taking a look, we're at $50 here, while we are sitting at a whopping 9. We got a few at 9s, which is okay if you guys are in a big rush for it. I don't think it's street legal because they come in the demos that you don't have access to yet. Now, again, we have Agumon, or whatever the heck this thing is. This is basically the new Digimon that we're going to be following through Time Strangers with, but it has blocker and it has barrier. So pretty decent, actually, because blocker and barrier are great effects to be tandem together. So yeah, I mean, it is a level 4. Let's just see where it kind of goes from there, and Time Stranger effect is what we're looking for. So $50 to basically 50 euros to our $20. I wouldn't rush for this card at all. We'll get plenty of access to it. Now, taking a look, Greymon X Antibody. This card has seen some little bit of movements, but nothing too crazy out of the ordinary, which is fine to say the least. But taking a look, $11. Europe side 3 to 8 euros. Now, Piedmon Ace Textures card is up to $85, has 90 and stuff like that. Some people are testing this in Sakuyamon as another option just because why not? They're trying to testing it with a backup to use with the Bolt Bottomon. If I remember correctly, Bolt Bottomon is what they're kind of trying to use it with, just as another target for you to kind of just digivolve into. Let's see if we can find Bolt Bottomon, Bolt Bottomon, Bolt Bottomon. Yeah, some players are using this as the target. You kind of use, a level 6 purple and then a yellow, which again, Piedmon fits that slot. So you kind of just DNA naturally and go into it. It's another option. I don't know if it'll be consistent, but hey, if people want to use it, go for it. There are 70 euros, 72 euros. Guillemon promos finally back down to $9 after the big hype. No surprise there. Now taking a look, 2 to 3 euros. Now, I guess Dramon alts, Chain of Liberations, are at $7 on buyout for this alt. Guys, I kind of warned you when I did my market watch on Sunday that this could possibly happen. People were kind of talking as this as an option, and it looks like people picked this up because they're going to try to get Sakuyamon to work. Again, a lot of diehards will. It gives a sort of suit of protection for itself, which again is hard to remove. Now, Europe side, 2 to 3 euros just for this alt. Now, Tumblemon, just get ready for this thing to climb up some more. It's basically gone off the market, but no surprise there. Rocks has support. The final super rare is coming, and once that does, the whole game plan changes. Europe side, 12 to 18 euros. Balfamon Rage Mode up to 23s for this alt. This thing has been steadily climbing, and guys, I've been warning you, if you guys have been ready to play Balfamon, this is your chance to shine. Now, Europe side looking like 23 to 32 euros. Imperial Dramon Dragon modes are at $10 a pop. Going down, which is good to see, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see some sort of bump. Yeah, they've been at 6s, so yeah, people been slowly picking them up again. Again, it wasn't touched in the restriction list, so this is definitely a winner of the restriction. Europe side, 10 to 14 euros. Now taking a look, Shakamon alts from EX06 up to $24 on buyout, guys. Remember this thing, you couldn't even give it away? This thing's now being teched into our good friend, guess who? None other than Sakuya X. So they are trying to use this with scrambles and stuff like that as an option for you to all turns this Digimon would be deleted or returned to hand or deck. You may pay. You're not going to be using the all turns effect. It's basically when Digivolve effect, all Digimon gain security attack 1 until the end of your opponent's turn, guaranteeing you will not get hit by anything. But again, That doesn't matter in some instances. It can, because some decks can get an extra security attack. So just be ready for that. And then opponent's turn, you know, you may place one Digimon. End of the opponent's turn, you may place one Digimon with security attack 1 on the top of its owner's security stack. Again, you don't mind things removing a threat like that. So just be cautious on this. I don't know if this is actually going to see competitive play, but hype is getting there just because they want a Volder Arm replacement. This doesn't really replace it, but it is a target nonetheless. €3 to €5, even just the regular base rare that it's all the way on buyout for 12 bucks. Crazy. Looking like 15 to €1. A Pokemon gone, disappeared off the market. Europe side, €80 to €100. Again, luckily there's only a one of, and we don't have to go crazy, but I'm glad I still have my one of. Rangumon starting to cool off a little bit. We're down back into the $5 range, which is pretty good. It's not back to that $1 range that we have seen it for, but I would say just be ready for this deck. This deck seems to be really fun for a lot of players and doing quite well. Europe side looking like €1 to €2. Hero is at $10 and climbing to 14s. So we have one little $10, but then we're still at the 14 range and it's starting to move. Again, Digimon might have a lot going for it in the right direction, so we'll have to see. Europe side, 10 to €12. Marine Bullmons are at $4 a pop. Wow. If you have this in your bulk, move it, flip it. Why not? It's a rare. Don't sit on this. 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents. Omnimon Alter B EX04s at $17 to $18. Again, that finally cooling off. Again, it's not seeing much play, but at the same time, you are seeing some good value out of it. Reprint was announced, so I expect this to come down more and more, which is good. Now taking a look, 22s to 28s. Now we do have Dino Bs at $13 a pop, which is pretty good actually. 13s to 14s. I mean, it wasn't hit on the restriction list, so definitely saw some crazy back movement. Again, this thing was touching 8s before. Now we're seeing a climb up. And then Fenry Luga is starting to show some shenanigans as well. So we'll have to see how Dino B fares. 4 to 5 to €6. X Antibody Protoform alts are at $30. Remember this thing being stupid expensive? Finally, we're seeing some cool off on this card. Europe side, 40 to €50. Now we do have Tai Kamiya and Matt Ishida alts up to 19s, which is a little high. We're $10 above. I know this thing reached like $12 at one point and then just moved up from there. It's just a good card. The deck's going to be playing for a long time. The deck is super competitive. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some more movement. Europe side looking like €6 to €7. Analog Youth alts down to about 10 bucks, which is good to see. This thing reached 18s for a bit, but it's good to see this thing come down. Hopefully it comes down a little bit more. But again, if DM ever explodes, you just want to make sure you have your alts for your DM stuff. Europe side, €6 to €8. Sanrizamon, another card you should be watching closely, guys. Make sure you get your copies if you've been waiting for the final alts and stuff like that. This is the time is now situation, because again, that hype's gonna happen the moment that level 7 gets revealed in the morning, and once that effect gets revealed and it's crazy strong, don't expect this to be cheap. Europe side, 5 to €8. Now, Alphamon, Cyber BT 22. This is another card I think you should probably start snagging up just little by little if you guys haven't gotten your full playset, just so that you don't miss out on this. Europe side looking like €2 to €3. Now, Pyodramon's starting to see some movement up again. The deck didn't get hit, and now the meta is opening up a lot better, so Pyodramon might do some crazy tricks. Now, Europe side looking like 14 to €18. Grace Nova alts up to $30, guys. Wow. Wasn't expecting this, but hype is hype. I don't expect it to actually stay up this high that long unless Time Strangers opens the gate for this card, right? I don't see that happening though at the moment until I see some Time Stranger shenanigans. But until then, yeah, don't fall for this. Just wait it out. 24 to €30. Pyramides are up to $20. Again, this thing can go up to 30s very comfortably. Be ready for this thing to be expensive for its ult. This is basically your final countdown. Be ready in a few hours. Europe side looking like 9 to 13 euros. Metal Garurumon, wow, this thing has fallen faster than the fat man who ate the, what would it be, turkey at Thanksgiving? You know, the ick just finally passing him out. Wow, 25 cents for this card. This thing was passing at 8. Wow. Europe side looking like 4 cents to 30 cents. Now Magnamon X Antibodies, $30 going down, guys. If you've been waiting for a time to pick these up, finally we're getting into that $30 range again, which is good to see. Europe side looking like 25 to 30 euros as well. Now, Amy Aberai SPs are at to 130, 140 range, which is pretty good to see. We want to see these come down, so good to see her come down. But be ready because CS treat anything. This thing's going to be super splashable, and you should be ready for it just in case. Now, Europe side, 165 euros, 175 euros. Arata's up to $10 a pop. Yeah, if you wanted Arata, this is your time. Diaboromon, just pick up one. Don't go overboard. I'm telling you this right now. Play it at 1. You don't need it as more. Europe side looking like 4 to 5 euros. Lucemon Satan mode, $270. Wow. Now taking a look here, we're at 275 to 290. Mastemon's up to 25 and climbing, guys. This card is not coming back down anytime soon. At least it came back down to 12s, but man, oh man. This thing was at, you know, 7s, and now look at this thing. This thing's going to be expensive long time, and that's just because of a secret. Europe side, 9 and 10 euros. And then that is all for the Market Watch. So hopefully, guys, you found some resources, some good understanding. I would wait on Time Stranger. Some cards you should be waiting on, some that you should be picking up now. But hopefully, guys, you found this video informative and valuable. So, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.